What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Reese. Welcome back to the museum. Now, you already know, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you comment, subscribe, tell us what you think. We'd like to know what your thoughts are. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, all that. Alright? Make sure you check out our website as well, TMTV.world, and all of that. So now, let's get into business. We have Miss Tania in the building.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know what's crazy? Every time I see you, I can't help but to sing that song that you perform. Yeah, like no boy, yo. I like that record.
Thank you.
That's what birthed me to Tania is.
That's what put you on?
That's what put me on. That's what's up. How you been, girl?
I'm good.
We got a returner. I like to call them returners because that means you're working. That means you're doing something. The talented Miss Tania.
Thank you.
So what you been working on since, girl? Because the last time you were here, it was for Too Nice.
Yeah.
Your project Too Nice. Now we're focusing on internal reconstruction.
Yes.
Talk to us. What's going on with you?
Internal Reconstruction is my EP. I dropped it early September. And I feel like it's a level up from Too Nice. Too Nice was kind of...
Okay.
I got to rap and things, you know. I got to sing over beats that R&B singers generally probably wouldn't sing over.
Right.
I got to do a lot of different things and just test different things out, but it was really dope because people, you know, still like it, still liked it.
Right.
So for this project, I returned back to like I would say R&B, my R&B roots.
That's what's up.
Definitely. So, you know, I feel like I poured my heart and soul into the project, and it's been getting a lot of good feedback. So,
So what was your inspiration behind it? I know that's a cliche question to ask an artist, but you know, it is always good to know, you know, why you created something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what was the inspiration behind internal? Because we know we're Too Nice. You know, you gave us a little insight about that. You had some things going on. You know, so what's up with this one here?
So internal reconstruction, you know, the project has been in the works. It was for a really long time.
Okay.
Initially,
But that's what happens with good music. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It
It takes time, baby. It takes time. It takes time to make these nice. But go ahead.
actually, when I was here at the last interview, you know, I had like almost a full project done, but I ended up scrapping some of the songs to rewrite them. But basically, initially when I, you know, wanted to put out a project, I was gonna call it The Low.
Right.
I was going through a lot of things. Like I was depressed. I was in a really bad place in my life, and I felt like I wanted to do a project where I'd be, you know, allow myself to be vulnerable.
Right.
Allow myself to let people know exactly what I was going on and be completely honest. So as I started writing the project, I had a lot of songs dealing with relationships that I was going through, but just like that really dark place that I was in. That's where Tears came from. Tears was like 2-3 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's timeless music though.
Exactly.
It's timeless.
So, you know, as time went on, I started working on myself and where my mind was mentally.
Right.
Basically, the project is about, you know, reworking how you think and changing your whole mind frame, because that affects a lot of, you know, how we deal on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
Personally, like I've dealt a lot with anxiety and depression, and I feel like that's something that people don't talk about, especially in the African American community.
Right.
It's taboo. People feel like it doesn't exist.
Right, but it happens.
I
deal with PTSD, gunshots, and all types of stuff.
People don't feel like it exists. People don't want to talk about it. People sweep it under the rug.
Right.
And then we have young African Americans, you know, committing suicide.
Right.
And it's just kind of like, you know, they didn't want to speak up. So basically, the idea came from cognitive behavioral therapy. I wasn't going to name my project that because everybody thought that was a nerd.
But it's all right. You're smart, girl. You're smart. You're smart. You're loyal.
So basically what that is reworking your mind and how you think. So that's what the project's about. It starts with me in a really dark place and it ends up with me, you know, being in a really happy place. Like
so you take us on a trip.
Exactly.
So now, I was going to get to that. So the video that you shot for
Internal Reconstruction.
For Internal Reconstruction, you shot that out in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Okay, with Seba Films. How was that experience, real quick for us?
Yes, that was a dope experience. That was like the best team that I've ever worked with. I drove down to Reading, Pennsylvania. It was a really long drive, but it was so worth it. I felt comfortable. Actually, one of the scenes where I'm in the water, the first take, I was walking into the water. I slipped and like bust my ass. Like I fell into that pond. For that?
Yes. We have to pay for that tape. We have to pay this. Super Films, get with us. Email us.
I have it. I fell into the water. Like I could have honestly, if I didn't put my hands down, I would have fractured my tailbone. Like it was ugly.
But you made it through.
Yeah. But you know, they made me feel comfortable. Usually I'm really camera shy, but they had me feeling comfortable. I shot a video for Internal Reconstruction and also for Blinded that same weekend. So that video I'm probably gonna put out soon.
That's dope. That's dope.
Shout out to Seba Films.
Shout out to Seba Films. Now, before we go, really briefly, because a little bit pressed on time, but what do you think? How do you think this R&B lane is going for the R&B artists right now? You know, what do you think? Do you
Boston
think
or in general?
In general, because we could talk about Boston all day, but in general, you know, what do you think the R&B is at right now in music?
I think that it's such a wide like range. People are doing so many different things with it. Trap soul, what a dope project. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, there's singers out there, so many different musicians that are adding to R&B. I think it's dope. I think it's dope. But I feel like if you're an R&B artist now, like you really gotta step it up because there's R&B artists coming out of like every corner, every day. So step it up.
Definitely step it up. Look, but that's dope. Now, how can everybody keep up with Tania? What do you have coming out for us? You know, for us to continue to look forward to. So, you know, tell everybody your platforms, you know, what else you got coming out, and, you know, everybody keep up.
Like I said, I shot the video for Internal Reconstruction. I'm probably going to put out the other video for Blinded soon. And I'm just trying to do a bunch of different shows. I'm going to have, it's not going to be a release party because it's, you know, a little bit of time after the project drop. But it's going to be like the start of a tour. So
you gotta keep us posted with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a few shows around Boston.
That's dope.
To promote the project.
Smooth. How can everybody keep up with Tania?
On Spotify, Tania DeBarros, iTunes, Tania DeBarros. For general social media, it's Sing to Me Tania, and that's Tania. It looks like Tania, but it's Tania.
I made that mistake the first interview.
Everybody makes it.
That's what's up. You got a .com?
Yes, it's singtometania.com.
Okay, all right, perfect. Listen, you know what it is. I'm talking to two cameras right now. You know how I gotta work. But listen, we got the talented, the beautiful Tania in the building for round 2. You know what it is, man. It's the museum. It's New Boston. Your boy Reese. But before I go, you already know. Listen, if you hustle with consistency, you provide quality work, they cannot deny what's dope. It's another example. New Boston.